Alright guys, welcome back to the OBZODACT. This episode's episode 23.
Ah!
We have
We're on OBZODACT 20. We're here with
how do you know
we're with our lady friend. What's your name, madam?
Hey up. My name's Jamie.
Hey, wait,
hold on a minute.
you don't sound like a. Have you been pranking us? You said.
Hey guys.
Who is this?
hold
You a
on.
girl? Who is this? You better not be a fucking guy. Seriously, I'm about to get pissed.
I was afraid it was going to be a woman, but I'm kind of relieved.
Yeah, my camera's just. Hold on, my camera's going on.
So you just bought a webcam for the podcast, not working. Whoa. Oh, it's time to start the podcast, guys. Hold up. James, what's your name? Jamie? James? Was it?
Jamie or James, whichever you prefer, to be honest.
So you're just
androgynous.
homogenous? Did you mix him up? What's going on?
No. Oliver, just you can't be
Oh,
saying
okay.
shit like that in
We're
this
gonna have
era.
to go to Cam 2. Cam 1 doesn't seem to be working.
So James, you were saying that you the problem with whoa, you look good. You look fucking good, dude. Holy shit.
Hey guys, it's me. You may know me from some special 2000s films, such as Chris Hansen's To Catch a Predator.
Yeah.
Or,
Oh.
the popular early 2000s documentary Catfish. I was also in that.
Ooh.
I'd like you to talk about those roles real quick. So for audio listeners, you are dressed up as a banana.
I'm trying to dress like, I don't know if you can tell by the hair. I'm sort of trying to dress like a certain celebrity I'm quite fond of. Have you ever seen the film American Psycho?
Oh,
Yeah. Which guy? There's a lot of guys in
Patrick
suits in that
Bateman?
movie. Which guy?
Like Patrick Bateman, the one that kills all the people?
Yeah,
And is
yeah.
a-
And he puts the cat in the machine. Oliver, we can recreate it. So it starts, and he's like, I forget how he's a businessman, you know, he's a business guy, and he's got the stuff on his face, and he peels it off, and he goes, I use an exfoliating moisturizer cream 3 times a day. And
You know
he
the
peels
one
it
where
off.
he's like, where he's
and he gets
walking into the
naked,
office
and
with the big headphones on, and it's playing.
Yeah, and then he kills people, and it's like, and then,
Isn't there a movie where a scene where he drops a chainsaw on a lady trying to run away? I think that happened.
Yeah, it is a little bitch, and he's going. And
Well, hold up! Don't say the B word. We've got a girl in the. Wait, are you a girl? What's going on?
I'm a 20-year-old Japanese woman.
Okay.
I mean, as you
At Zane. We talk about Zane.
Again, we've already got a vid with him.
But we haven't documented this sitch. You know, we can talk about this sitch. I bet.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
There's a bit of
let's
a switch
not
going
mention
on.
last names. Let's not divulge too much information. As
I
far
don't know Zane's last name, unfortunately, but I would divulge it.
Okay. So. Hey, no.
There's
I wanna,
I will not, under any circumstances, divulge the diameters, length, and girth of his penis. I will not.
although you've
But
seen it.
like, give an estimate.
Well, if I had to sort of,
Like-
it was between 2 and 3 inches.
So if we get
Right.
into this, there was this guy who thought he's been trying to get in contact with me for the past 3 years now, I think, a little over 3 years, creating different accounts, pretending to be other people and things.
Basically, stalking Oliver.
Yeah,
He's watched every Oliver video, every second channel video.
I don't think he's
watched
watched all of them,
podcasts.
but I think recently he's been watching them, and that's how he's.
Obviously.
Yeah, but
Oliver, mega fan. He's
he
just like me.
he is a mega fan, and he's also gay. He watched an hour of gay porn. We've got proof of that.
Yeah,
He did. I saw that. That was a good.
that'll be a video coming out,
Yeah.
uncensored.
So what's your experience with this guy? I guess
Oh, girl.
Well,
could be a girl.
as we all know, yeah, maybe. Well, he joined the server, didn't he?
Yeah,
And immediately started being like kind of weird and goofy.
He was
a
a little
pedophile,
goofy.
so, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was quite a goofy fella, so I guess everybody started ripping into him, which I was quite happy to jump on that bandwagon. 'Cause
You're a bully. But it's fine.
I'm a
Yeah, we
cyborg,
like to bully.
exactly.
We like to
I
bully
like
those
to-
lower than us.
I
Yeah.
like to be horrible to people not as fortunate as myself.
Right.
I
You know, I
agree.
always
I think
follow
this is
the-
probably the best way to deal with that kind of situation.
I mean, this kind of ties into what I was saying earlier about trying to act like Patrick Bateman. I kind of live by WWPBD. What would Patrick Bateman do?
Oh.
I see.
So yeah, I like to piss down, like trickle down
Into
economics.
drugs?
Or maybe would
No,
Woo
no,
piss
not
bound?
into jokes. I'm not that
Dude, it's
far
like-
gone yet, Rob.
It's like
I'm not
trickle
that
down
far gone.
economics, because trickle down economics, it just stays with the wealthy, so it's kind of like it's just staying in the jug, you know? Think about it.
Yeah, it trickles down, but not onto the poor people, just into a jug where it's all kept.
Yeah, Ron's keeping
Yeah.
it. It looks like Ron's got that joke.
I'm just giving like a reference for the audio listeners.
Hold on, I'm just gonna move this to the side a little bit.
Can we be a little more quiet so the audio listeners can take this in?
Oh, sorry.
And so
Oliver?
Oh, sorry, yeah. Okay, we go be quiet. Well, Ron shows off his piss joke. Okay, so
You bitch.
what? What did I do? Oh, you wouldn't want them to know?
No, that's the whole.
Okay. Well, next subject. Whoa! Ron is a fucking monkey. Holy shit!
He's going ham.
Ron just
He's going
fucking went
ham.
off. Holy
Oh.
shit!
Found the real American Psycho.
I don't think he's not American. He's what are you?
Not
Brown?
American.
You're brown. Oh yeah. Well, so basically you because your profile picture is a video game woman, Zane asked
Oh,
if
it was,
you
it
want
was,
to play
yeah.
League of Legends, and
That came quite a while after. I remember the initial joke was just that he kept joining VC and I wasn't saying anything, and we managed to convince him that I was a Japanese girl, because at the time I was dating a Chinese girl, and I had a lot of pictures with her on my phone. So I just started cropping myself out and sending these pictures and saying that's me.
so why
And if
did
I
you
ever
choose to miss race? Why did you change her race? What was your thought process there?
Well, no, well, he asked me. Well, I sent the first picture because he was asking for face pics because I was pretending to be a girl and
Yeah.
he's a fucking weirdo on the internet. So I just sent him like this one picture of her like at a cafe. I was like, "This is me when I went out for brunch this morning." He was like, "Oh, you look," and he didn't say anything. He just said, "You look Asian." Full stop. I was like,
I guess that's something we have to bear in mind
"What
here.
the fuck is that?"
He's clearly
Did you see that?
yeah.
There's something wrong with him.
Yeah. That I kind of from my memory.
I don't know what though.
He didn't.
Ron, can you wipe your mouth, bro?
What? There's not really anything going on.
That actually reminds me, Medi. I'm gonna call you Medi. Recently you got drunk and smashed your toe, kicked someone.
Oh, I did, yeah. I put my foot somewhere where it shouldn't have been put, and I've done quite a
Asshole.
lot of damage.
Asshole.
Can you actually say what you did? Because I still don't actually know how you've done that to your toe.
I would rather not incriminate myself.
Okay, well maybe make something up and also show the toe.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'll give you the foot reveal. Okay.
Just say Zane did it, and then they'll go after him, and then
Yeah.
find
With
his
his massive
child porn
cock?
stuff.
Zane found out I'm not a girl when he started. He took it quite poorly. No, all right. So there's my normal foot.
That's
regular-
fine.
Right.
Well, what's the fucking problem? That's your toe's
That's
fine.
the
Yeah.
normal one.
Your toe
Alright,
is
end
fine.
podcast.
Oh, dude!
So you can see how bad this, like, it's all swollen.
That is really. Your
Like-
toes look like they've been blown up.
Uh,
Like
Oliver, is that a vagina? I don't.
So that's stitch number one,
Dude,
and I don't know if you can see this.
shit.
I think there's something wrong with you, with your foot.
Stitch number two.
Oh, and up
on
your
my
leg.
ankle
Up your
there.
leg. Is there stuff going up your leg as well?
And there's a couple of scratches and nasty bits going on.
Oh, but they're not stitched. Okay, shit. So yeah, that's
So-
fucked.
Don't look at the rest.
Are you still? Are you going to work still?
No, I can't really walk on it. I can sort of do like a little hobbit shuffle now, but I had to use crutches for the first few days.
So what? You
See.
can't reveal what you did because it is.
It's sexual.
Illegal?
Clearly, he's implying
Sexual?
that it's a sexual act that he involving. Because you said yourself it looks like a vagina. Like
There may
Yeah.
or may not have been a scuffle with a homeless man outside Asda that ended in a couple of shivs in and around the leg area and fellatio sex.
um.
Alright. Didn't you
But
get beat
obviously
up on?
that is not a set in stone answer. That's just an observation of what might or might not happen. Obviously,
Didn't you get like jumped or something?
that was a different one. That's how I got this tooth here.
Yeah.
I think I told you about that one. Yeah, I got this munted tooth. As
You're
well.
always fighting and fucking, dude.
You know, British niggas always be saying, you know, gun this, gun that about America, but then they go home and they ain't even got no teeth no more.
Well, no, that's just because I drink way too much and pick fights with people way above my weight class.
Right.
So I guess
But-
if they're above your weight, they can like sit on your. Is that what happens? Someone sat on your foot.
Sat on you and like had sex with your foot.
Yeah.
Yeah. He cut. That's where the two holes came from. He cut the foot open.
I knew
and
it!
started just going to town like
All that.
on my foot.
Dude, mic
So-
drop.
You know.
What the fuck, Ron? We're not. This isn't the Joker episode.
Oh, can we go back to the Zane sitch pedophile?
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
can we go-
Anyway, where were we with that? So yeah, he just said, "You look Asian," full stop, and nothing else. I just said something like, "Yeah, that's because I am." Lol, just going with it.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Are you Chinese?" He said, "Are you Chinese or Japanese?" Like no other countries exist. So I was just like, "Fuck it, this guy's probably a weeb," which he was in the end. Remember, we found
Right.
out he's like a gay anime watcher.
He's very
So
good.
I was just like, "Oh, I bet he'll love it if I say I'm Japanese." So I was like, "Yeah, I'm from Japan."
Yeah. I guess I just didn't remember in my head. In my head, he wasn't that. He wasn't always that.
Retarded.
Yeah. He for lack of a better word, like in my head he was like shit. This guy who's like devious and he's gonna figure out a way if he's in the server. He's gonna hack the server and figure out a way to fuck it. Because I just remember like at school he would like do some devious hacking stuff. I was like, shit. I don't know if I can invite him to the server because he's gonna. But no, it just turns out he's retarded, and that's that.
He's so
Yeah.
retarded.
He is.
Kinda
Like,
like-
I didn't realize until he showed us an hour of gay porn. he literally just sat there and he was like, and then we'd ask him a question and he wouldn't respond. I'm serious. And we'd be like, so what do you think of Roblox? And he'd be like, for like a minute later, and then
That I mean, I feel odd about uploading that video. I'll be honest. I probably will in some form use it, but it's just like,
I mean, it's like you got to post it before he does.
oh yeah, because he recorded himself. I called it by the way. So yeah, okay. Then
Yeah.
for context, we banned him from the server after he was being a bit weird with a Japanese girl, and then also like then I banned him because everyone was bullying him and he was being mean to them, and it was and then I just kind of thought I'll end it. I'll ban him.
It was just too funny.
It was too
I
funny.
was getting quite tired of having to like pretend to be a girl and not like shitpost pictures of myself. So I'm quite glad you did it when you did.
Yeah, I remember that, and you were in the call with us, and then every time you'd join, trying to catch you out, and you'd quickly mute again, and then he'd leave.
Yeah, he would leave, and he thought he was so fucking smart. Were you there when he was like, I have an IQ of 125, so
Yeah,
I'm pretty smart.
He really did that.
honestly, all these
I
things
said
like
something about like I said something along the lines of like Oliver's 7 foot and he has 160 IQ. He'd fuck you up, and he was like, "Well, I actually have an IQ of 125, so you know, don't try and."
he measures that
outsmart
shit.
me.
How do you measure it? Yeah, I guess you'd need like an IQ ruler or something.
You
He
need,
probably
yeah.
took an autism test, or like his mum had him tested or something.
Oh,
And
maybe.
they're like 125. Ooh, that's high. He's like, what high? What high? Oh, your IQ, honey. And then
That was exactly right. He's got it all figured out.
he was very retarded.
So I
No, but what I don't understand though is that for 4 days straight at least, he was just in there all day, and we were just making fun of him and taking the piss out of him.
yeah, that's what
constantly.
almost got sad about it, is that he was just clearly hanging out with a whole bunch of people who were picking on him, and it's like, and then we did the video, and I was expecting him to be more mean,
Right.
because we said,
well, the video. I think we should give context to the
yeah,
video.
we said we'd do
we
a
banned him at first,
Yeah.
right? And then he was like, he agreed to the
Whoa, whoa.
video only.
okay, who
guys?
just died? Maddie? I
Pac-Man, are you okay? Speak to us.
think Pac-Man might have died there.
But he agreed to the video only if he could get added back to the server.
Back to the server we were all bullying him on. Yeah. This is where I started to think, is this a good idea? Like, I wanted to go through with it anyway because I didn't want him to start calling me a fucking pussy for not showing up.
I think we should also say that like
he called you a tyrant and shit. He was using big boy words about it. He called you a tyrant at one point.
Yeah. Not only did he stalk you for 3 years, but he was also particularly not nice to you.
Yeah, very horrible person, really. But he is very retarded. But it's not something that really shone through. When you get to know someone so well, they just seem like some other person. But
Right.
like, I guess
But one
we
day
were friends for like
at him and
4
he's like,
years, and he came over to my house, and then one day he left, and he was just like, "Fuck you." This is all over text, like "fuck you," saying everything he thought he could say to upset me, and I was just.
What, you knew him in person?
Yeah. No, that's the thing.
Oh,
I don't
wow.
know if you ever believed that part when I was telling you. Like, no, I've known him.
I feel like we told you like 7 times though.
You've just never believed what I'm saying.
I didn't think you were serious.
No, yeah, I knew him for like 4 years, and he was like, just one day he was just incredibly depressed around my house, and then left and was like, "Oh, fuck you, bitch," and I was like, "Oh my god, this is it felt pretty awful to lose, because he was a close friend of mine, but then like that gave in my mind the idea that he's this like, because he had such a negative effect on me, that he was more than a fucking retard. And then obviously when I was finally, after all this stalking, I was like, okay, fucking, because I think if I wasn't on call with you guys, I would have just removed him from the server, as I always do.
Right.
Removed the new account.
Yeah. I remember he joined and I was like, Oliver, we can do some really funny stuff.
Yeah, I'm glad you were there, because yeah. And we stayed up to like 3 a.m. just fucking around, and I mean, and it's like trolling someone who just won't give in, who just won't leave. You know, you can't usually troll someone to the point where they leave.
It's like a Spenny, almost.
It's like captive audience.
Yeah. And yeah, and so anyway, that after a while we banned him. Then we said we'll unban you if you do the video with us. Me, Ron, and Zane did a video called Zane on the Blame, where
Zane on the game.
Zane on the gay sex. It was supposed to be a Roblox video, but where Ron.
It was never gonna be a Roblox.
It was never gonna be. We said it would be a Roblox video, but Ron plays gay porn. And I'm like, no, Roblox. And then Ron's like, oh, suck cocks, and he'll Google suck cocks.
Yeah, he was telling me about that.
Yeah, and the whole time Zane was like recording his end, as if like we'd do something incriminating. I don't know. But
you asked him, you're like, Zane, are you recording right
I was
now?
like, oh, I think Zane's recording his own version, because I know Zane. I know that's what he was doing. And Zane was like, no, I'm not actually doing that. But then he was.
Then he was, yeah, because later we were calling him gay in the server. Okay, so we added.
I was just gonna say, yeah.
we added him back to the server as we promised, but we made a chat where it was only me and Oliver and James and like a few others, just people who can mess with him, so he couldn't interact with the general population.
Yeah, baby chat.
Yeah. And then we just kept calling him gay over and over. And then, as proof that he wasn't gay, he sent a screen recording of him watching gay porn with me.
But no, we all just like, we didn't have to say any words. We were all just like, yeah, no, that looks like you streaming it.
Yeah.
It absolutely wasn't.
Yeah. That's so funny, and it's so funny that you James were basically insulting him, like, and he was still going after you. He was
completely.
Oh yeah, I remember. I spent like about an hour just blasting him, calling him like a weeaboo degenerate piece of shit. And then I said something. I think I said to Ron, like, as a joke or something, who wants to see my titties or something like that. And he just like immediately in 5 seconds was just like, me. He fucking wanted them, bro.
Honestly, I've missed a lot of this because it was just so constant. So everyone was so constantly picking on him.
Yeah, and it's quite lucky. It's quite lucky because I was staying at my dad's house in the middle of nowhere in Leicester at the time.
Oh yeah.
So I had fuck all to do all day anyway. I'm sure he probably had other stuff that he could be doing, but he chose to just sit there and interact with me all day, even though I clearly fucking hated him.
Yeah, that's where it got sad. As I say, like he just was obsessed with being in this server where everyone was just picking on him, and then And I think eventually he just left on his own accord because I think
Yeah.
maybe he caught on to the fact that.
But then I remember he left, and I said, "How soon do you think he's gonna rejoin?" And then 2 seconds later,
He joined on that other account.
yeah,
that
an
was
account
obviously
named
him.
Jimmy with no profile picture joined, and we're like, "Oh, hey Zane," and then
It's like, I'm not
Jimmy
Zane, who's Zane?
he said, "Who's Zane?" And then he left immediately.
Maybe that was Jimmy Beast. Maybe it was Mr. Beast.
Oh no! Zane fucked us.
Could
We
you
didn't
imagine?
realize.
Could you
Oh,
imagine? Oh.
Fuck, our suspicions got the better of us. I've had
No,
moments
like
like that.
the last message I ever sent to him. I remember. No, I got something else to talk about. Like he kept making like these really. You were saying how he kept going after me. He kept making like he would never just outright try and flirt with me. He was so fucking awkward about it as well, which is what made it so funny.
though. Right. Like a
we were
retarded
arguing.
person.
I was picking on again. I was picking on him for watching anime, and like one of the things he said to me was, "What was it? You're seeming less and less attractive the more I talk to you."
that's the one thing that he like. We could say any other insult, and he'd be like, you know, he wouldn't really care too much. But you insulted his like of anime, and he just went off about how you're like an uncultured loser for not liking anime.
Especially since I claim to be Japanese, he kept
Yeah.
trying to like, weaponize that. Like, everybody in Japan watches anime.
Oh really?
You're not
He was, like,
representing
angry
or
about
something.
You know what would make me laugh is like when I would read through the chat. I would just because as you say, you keep insulting him being a weeaboo, and I'd read through the chat after like a couple hours of not reading it. I'd go to the toilet and be like, I'll have a look while I'm taking. I do a poo in the toilet sometimes, and it comes out like a sludge. It can be hard also.
Right.
And I was reading through
Well,
it.
how long does it? Can we talk about this poo? How
Okay,
long
so
does
it can take
usually
between
take?
5 and 30 minutes. And the wiping
5 and
usually takes
30?
about 15 if it's like a 30-minute one.
Oh, 15. Oh, that's surprising. Like, is it like because it's constantly oozing out? Is that
Yeah,
kinda
I
why
have
you-
I have IBS.
So why even wipe at all if it's just gonna ooze? Why not just let it ooze for a bit and just kind of let it? You know what I mean?
Well, I guess like sometimes I shove a little bit of tissue up there, but the problem with that is that then when
It builds up.
it builds up and it solidifies, and then I have trouble actually removing the tissue
Oh,
from
like it
the
dries
inside
up.
my asshole.
Yeah,
I know.
I frequently have this problem. Yeah.
Really? Do you have IBS
Right.
too?
No, I just shit a lot.
Avid shitter.
That might be undiagnosed IBS.
You know what IBS stands for?
Irritable bowel syndrome, right?
No, it stands for
Almost-
Ivy shitting.
Yeah. I knew Ron was gonna be fucking retarded.
Can we go back to this poop thing though?
Yeah,
Like,
let's go back to the poop
so
thing. So
what-
Zane was
what is the consistency usually with the Bristol scale?
I can actually tell you, I log all of my poos all the time.
Right, okay, good.
Do you guys log poo? I know Ron, you did at one point.
I used to.
Actually, I'll show you now. Hold on, I got it. Oh,
No way you log your poo.
It just got too tedious for me. Oh, I forgot he's crippled.
I got a little poo journal. Here.
No, you don't. Show it.
No
No,
way.
you don't.
I got a little poo.
No,
journal
no, it's
right
not.
here.
It's just a book.
No. I'll read you an excerpt.
No, well, okay,
No,
okay. Just read us the excerpt then.
No, it's not actually. It's just a journal. I've got into journaling recently. I think it's a healthy habit.
Right.
Oh, what do you journal? What do you write down?
Shit.
Oh, just like stuff about my deep thoughts and emotions. I'll give you a little,
Is it related to
Read
like
your-
the day or just what you'll think? Anything?
Is poop anywhere in it?
just like my thoughts and experiences for the day. Here, I'll give you one from the 21st. Dear diary, today I killed a homeless man outside the Asda car.
Oh no! Wait! Maybe not that one. You know this is live, right?
That's kind of incriminating.
Oh,
Yeah, this
so-
is. Dude, the chat's going crazy though.
okay. This is more just stuff about the homeless man. Hold on.
Right.
Is this genuinely like just like a journal of thoughts?
Yeah, oh yeah, it is just a normal journal. It's I think it's a healthy
shit,
way to like
anywhere in it.
sort of help process and keep track of like your thoughts and emotions and shit, I guess. It's been helpful for me, anyway.
That's really good.
Here's one. Today's shit had corn in it, which is weird because I don't remember eating sweet corn for the past like week.
Is that a genuine?
That is a genuine extract from my
For
diary.
your asshole. Oh, diarrhea.
Yes.
Diarrhea.
I have a journal, but it's less fun because it's just a list of things to do every single day, and I hate it so much. But that
Can we go back to your shitting, Oliver?
Oh yeah. Okay, so I do keep a journal of my shit.
Right.
On my mobile phone. So I've done 2 today. I'm holding up to the camera. You can see it's May. But last month, I didn't do one at the end of the month. But I'm pretty consistent. You can see that's pretty consistent. I've been keeping track of my shit since mid 2020.
Very nice. I respect that.
But like
Pulo.
my best days are like doing like 5. I think the most I've done is like 5 or 6 in a day. It's been really bad. But
Oh my
Was
god.
it like diarrhea?
Are you lactose or something?
I am.
Oh.
Hey. Thank you. I'll be down later. I'll be down. I'm doing a podcast.
Did you say thanks, Elmo?
Yeah. My mom's called Elmo.
You said Elmo? Holy shit. That's awesome.
I mean,
I like how uncomfortable you got. Just
did I look really uncomfortable?
you're like,
You did.
It's because I'm thinking like, shit. Now I'm gonna be called every couple minutes. I should probably go tell my mom. The fuck is
go
going
bring
on?
the mic. Bring the mic. It's wireless, right?
It is wireless.
Yeah, bring it with you. Carry
No.
carry
Yeah,
the
bring the
antenna
mic.
with you as
No,
well.
No.
I'm so annoyed that I
Oh.
spent 50 quid on this webcam and it doesn't work and I have to use my fucking phone instead.
It doesn't. Oh, are you using your phone right now? Shit.
Yeah, I've got like an app that lets me use my phone as a webcam. Hang on, let me see if it's decided to start working.
Imagine if it started twerking instead. and you had
Ron,
to
that would
twerk.
be ridiculous. Ron, you know that wouldn't. You know that wouldn't happen.
Let me
Go
have
on.
this.
Just stop, yeah.
Just shut up.
Knock it off. Ron.
Just shut up, Ron. Just be quiet. What the fuck are you doing?
Can you actually stop? Like,
Yeah.
You're breathing.
You do realize James lives near me, so I mean, we're gonna have better time zones. This might just become a fucking monkey at this point. Okay, Ron's off the cast. It's me and James now. I think he's drilling his microphone.
You told me this was going to be a normal podcast where we talk about, like, stories and shit.
No, Ron has to have his going off moments, or that.
At least our schools don't look like shooting ranges.
You're pissing him off even more, dude. So, James, I have
Just carry on while he's.
I actually have some questions lined up for you in particular because I want to get to the bottom of some of these questions here.
Yeah, okay, that works.
So,
Real quick, is my webcam back on? Because I'm still like figuring out how to.
I can see you currently.
Yeah.
Ron, what the fuck are you doing?
Ron, can you stop going ham for a second?
Ugh, my mic fell under my desk.
Oh, how'd that happen? You just going. I like how I just.
Oh, no reason.
I couldn't see any of that. Your webcam was just facing up the whole time. Oh, okay.
Just calm down, Ron.
You can have it.
No, take that out of your mouth, young
Ron,
man.
you've had your going. If you keep going off, then it's just gonna. You're really gonna. Okay, now James is going off. This is insane.
Sorry, it was getting a little hot in here, but carry on.
Ron, it's okay, Ron. It's just that I think he's seeing you as a threat because he's a
No, I'm
monkey.
chill now.
Oh, okay. Well, here's my question. Do you guys think I have the characteristics of Batman?
That's a really good one, Oliver.
I'm serious. So what do you?
Dude, of
I
course.
mean, I could see. Yeah, maybe if you like started lifting and like you
No, I just
became one of those
think-
gym bros.
I'm like kind of like a dark figure, but like I'm troubled. But
mentally.
but
Yeah,
like
you're black.
mentally, I'd say you're more like the Joker, but
oh,
That's
okay.
it.
Well,
you know how I got these scars?
Batman
Brownie
has
burger.
scars. Batman has scars because he fights.
What? Name one scar.
Well, doesn't that make me Batman then? I'm like foot Batman.
Oh yeah. Well, no,
But
you're
that's-
more like Joker foot.
You
The
got
next
Joker
question
foot.
is for Ron though. What has Manade been up to since the previous ep?
Sighing. I think what happened was she in the previous up?
No, but
No,
I'm
right?
just using that as a time frame. Like,
Right. Okay. I think she's just been working. I think that's about it. I don't know if she's done.
imagine if she
Sure,
started
yeah.
twerking and twerked on the rabbit, and the rabbit died from farts. Okay, this one's for James. What did it feel like mining diamonds for the first time in Minecraft?
Oh, mate, like I was 11 years old, and I had yet to discover my human urges. And let me tell you, my guy, when I felt that ore pop, something else inside me just
Popped.
So you knew what the
I-
diamonds were. You must have known how valuable they
I-
were.
Right.
Yeah,
You must
yeah.
have known how valuable those diamonds
It was. It was kind of like that.
I understand. So I got another question, and this one's very important that you take it seriously, and you can
Right.
if you don't think you can answer it now, then
It's more of we.
come back to it.
I feel like we do too many jokes on this podcast, and it's just. I want to talk about serious things.
This is definitely much more of a
this is
thinker.
not a joke podcast, guys.
I want to talk about like
Mm-mm.
politics, social justice.
Yeah, this is. Can we stop making
Reform.
jokes, please?
Yeah, from now on, no jokes. Real life war or video game
No
war.
more jokes. This is a funny podcast, okay?
No, it's not fun. No, it's not a funny. It's not.
Okay, I apologize. That was
Okay.
my tongue slipped.
Can we cut this up?
We'll just cut this app. Real life war or video game war?
In what context?
I think that's for you to figure out.
What the fuck? Answer the question.
Yeah. Right now. You can think about it though if you want.
I don't really well, I guess. Well, what you gotta think about is real life war. There's a lot more.
Dead
Right.
air.
Good air.
You're picking up. You smelling what I'm selling? Are you?
Clock's ticking.
If you're smelling poo poo, then yes, please. Oh, whoa! Cut that! Cut that!
Whoa!
Whoa.
That
Sorry,
was
Ron.
inappropriate. Okay.
Um,
Oh, can I just say as well? I think Oliver wasn't here. Ron, you were talking about shitting. I was like, oh, I don't have to go right now, but like something's brewing. Since you said that, I've actually really badly started to need to take a shit.
oh,
Bring
shit.
the phone. Bring the phone. Bring the phone. Bring the phone. Bring
Is
the
that
phone.
possible? These-
Oliver, I am not shitting on podcast.
Oh,
Come
okay.
on, shit on the gas.
Oh,
Dude,
shit on
be
the-
serious.
What about
Should
shit
I
on-
actually?
If you want to, if you can do it without showing anything, then I'm cool with
Yeah,
it.
shit on the cast, dude. Shit
it's
on the
up to
cast.
you.
I can't do that. I want to be a
No,
teacher.
it would be,
I can't have
it
that
would be
going around to me.
serious. It would be serious.
Wait,
Like,
hold on.
we
You're gonna be a
wouldn't do
teacher? What teacher?
What are you gonna teach?
Well, that's the plan anyway. I'm going back to college in September to do my A levels, and if that goes well enough for me to get into uni, I want to study teaching English as a foreign language. So, like, going abroad and teaching it to foreigners who
Oh,
don't
that's-
speak English.
that's cool.
Oh shit!
What?
What?
Don't
How?
you speak like 30 languages or something?
I can speak Norwegian, and the uni course I want comes with like an in-depth course. There's like 8 different languages you can choose.
Oh wow! So would you? I'm guessing you go to Norway and teach English then.
Maybe. Like I said, if I get on that course that lets me learn a language for free, I'd want to learn like maybe either Chinese or Spanish, and then I could go to like China or anywhere in like South America.
Wow, that's really cool. Okay. What made
Yeah.
you want to do that? So you can travel?
Yeah, partly that, and more just like English was always like my strongest subject, and I love like.
Right. I
Different-
mean, I can speak it too. It's not that impressive.
Yeah,
Shut up.
I
You're
can't speak.
No, you're Mexican. You don't. No, you shut up.
Chinese.
I can speak
What
Spanish.
I
What you gotta
can
go Are you good with
Imagine-
kids? Is that another contributing factor, or do you hate kids?
That's the point. Yeah, that's a point of issue with me. I fucking hate children so much. They're
You
so
do?
annoying. They're so obnoxious. I fucking hate them.
Okay.
Like, I would not want to teach to any demographic like under 13 at the youngest, because like
I think
holy
they're
shit.
kind of like hot.
Yeah, maybe if you start saying how hot they are as opposed to how lame they are, maybe you're more
Yeah,
likely to get a
optimist.
teacher
Be an
job.
optimist.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, that would make me more like other teachers, I guess. We had a teacher in our school once who all the girls used to wear like these leggings that like showed their ankles, and it was like a trendy thing to do.
Right.
And one day we had this new substitute teacher or something start, and like a week later there was a new rule that put like a blanket ban on like any clothing that showed ankles. And we found out later that the dude had like an ankle fetish or something, and he found all the 14-year-old girls distracting because they were showing their ankles.
Right. So so they put a new rule in place as opposed to firing him. Is that
I think so. Yeah,
Right.
the details
That's
the
cool.
details escaped me, but that was basically what happened.
My
kids
music
hopefully
teacher-
escaped him?
My music teacher was fired for sexual assault. I don't think it was on a kid, but I think it was on like I don't know, another woman or something.
Fuck.
That's epic. I mean, no, that's bad. That's
Yeah,
horrible.
no,
He was
that
a
is
cool
bad.
guy.
That is definitely
I
bad.
mean, it's epic that he got fired and was removed.
He was a
from
really,
this position.
It's
you know,
bad
he
that he
was a
got
good
fired.
teacher. He was a good teacher. He was very hands on.
there was a story about like a guy. I think it was unclear of whether this is gonna lead nowhere. So I'll just read a comment. No, no. The story was.
You're such a good
I just
host.
realized that it doesn't lead anywhere. But I'll tell. It was like a guy who like for social studies, he set homework for kids to for like early teens to write stories of their sexual fantasies, and it was never discovered of whether he was like a pedophile or whatever. But sounds
I think he
No,
was.
it's
if he was-
implied.
yeah, it's implied. Yeah, he was like,
pretty tough to
for
me,
your
bro.
homework, you need to write your sexual fantasies on. So yeah, he's either very completely
And
retarded.
give them to me
or-
to read and mark.
Were they
Yeah.
like turned in or something?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, and he marks them.
What was
oh,
he teaching? English?
No, social studies or like some
Oh,
oh, he's a
fucking shit.
pedophile.
Oh, that's fine then. Yeah, he's just.
Oh yeah, he was just studying.
He
was
was
just doing
studying
research.
students' social lives.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
just
fair.
doing research on which ones to fuck.
Yeah, he was like hoping one would come up about like a teacher-student fantasy, so he had something to work with.
He was hoping that one of them would write about him. Maybe is maybe looking for a little bit of attention. You can't blame him for looking
I
for
would.
attention. Like that's just. So
I got molested by a teacher once.
is that true?
Well, no, but I did have no. That was a lie. But like I did have I did have one teacher actually at one point who she was very uncomfortably hands-on with me, and I think
Right.
my first- And I think she it's ironic me saying this like fucking bollock naked on a podcast, but I think she was like, yeah, she would go to like any length to sort of be next to me or put her hands on me.
Aw.
I remember once she put her hand like on the inside of my thigh.
Okay, that's
and it was,
fucked.
like, very uncomfortable. It never went any further than that, thankfully. But like,
Well, the thing
the
is
thing is,
that for it to
I
go.
was 15 as well, so I definitely would have done it, and it would have fucked me up for life.
Fuck. That is weird. I mean, yeah, you say thankfully it didn't go any further than that, but if it did go any further, they can't go much further without it being just blatantly sexual. Like if her hand
Yeah.
is on the.
Yeah.
I had a teacher who would like drop stuff for girls to pick up and shit like that. Like he definitely was a little funky. He was a little funky.
One of my cousin, like she's older, she's like in her 40s, but like when she was in high school, all her friends would go to like R. Kelly parties and stuff.
What, to see
like-
R. Kelly?
Because R. Kelly, he would hang around high schools and invite high schoolers to his parties because he was a pedophile, and then he'd molest them.
Shit.
So
fuck.
she like knew of these parties and like.
Did she ever go to one?
No, she never went to one.
Why did she not go to one?
I don't know. Probably because he rapes little girls.
Yeah, I mean that would put
Yeah,
people
assumption.
off.
Well, it puts me on. Turns me on.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I guess it's because you're not a little girl. Do you want to be a little girl? Is that what's going on here? Or?
It depends on who's asking.
He wants to be a
Okay.
small Japanese girl, if Zane is asking.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
Zane was- Sorry,
Zane should be a teacher.
No, absolutely.
Zane absolutely hates it. Can I tell a Zane story that's kind of funny?
Yeah,
Yeah.
go for it. Shoot.
So this is actually kind of sick what he did. And this is what put me in mind of like fuck, he's gonna fuck with everyone. He's gonna do this crazy shit.
Mhm.
So this is a cool story. He thought Okay, it starts with him being retarded because he thought it was the last day of school, but it was actually a week until the last day of school. So what he did from his own school email, he sent out a virus that when you click on it, it recreates itself in folders that aren't visible, like hidden Windows folders. It recreates.
Oh yeah, like a zip bomb.
I think so, yeah. And so he did that, and he sent it to everyone, and so everyone obviously opened it and clicked on it, and including teachers. He sent it to every teacher, every student, everyone, and obviously people were like, "Well, let's open it," and it was like, "Oh, I don't know what's happened. Nothing happened. Whatever." And in the background, it's running and filling up all the files on the main school server because all the computers were hooked to a server. And then me and Zane were sitting in class and refreshing and seeing like 10 gigabytes every 10 seconds be added to the total storage.
God.
And then I was like, Zane, did you send this from your account? And he was like, yeah, I don't care. And I was like, but dude, it's what are you gonna do tomorrow? It's like, no, it's the last day, right? And I was like, no, it's like a whole week. And he got in so much trouble. Like, I remember we went outside onto like the park area, like with the playground, and like our tutor was like, Zane, you sent me that link, right? And he was like, yeah, it's like this file that recreates itself and fills up the server. And she was like, well, oh. She went from like laughing about it, like, what was that, to like, oh shit, and then and then like, because he just doesn't give a fuck, and then
the world's most retarded computer hacker.
and then he went to like the guy in the server room, like, and he told me because this guy was like really fucking fat, and he was like sitting at the table like fuck, like stressing out that the server was filling up. And then the next day when we came in, Zane wasn't there because he was in like the biggest fucking trouble anyone had ever been, and I remember going onto the server and it was still going up like super fast, but they just increased the storage, like, so they hadn't figured out how to fix the problem.
Just added more.
Yeah, I thought
so
that was
funny.
funny. Yeah.
I'll just add another few gigabytes. It'll work itself out.
I thought that was really funny. I don't know how they fixed that, but
yeah, we should add him back to the server.
yeah, he's kind of cool now.
Bring
Really.
back Zane, yeah. I have a similar. It's not the same thing, but I have a similar sort of story
Oh yeah.
about something. You know Ryan, right?
No.
Before.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Yeah. One of our mutual friends. We don't speak to him anymore. He was called Jacob. It was like we were like 15, 16 sort of age. So God, that was like 4 or 5 years ago. We somehow found a way on the school system to send an email to every single account on the server,
Oh, okay.
like all at once. And we thought, right, how are we going to use this? And we decided we'd like go home and think about it, and we'd like come up with something really funny to do with it.
Right.
But it turns out he didn't want to wait that long. So what he did was, once we left, he just went into the school library and just typed "My dad beats me" into an email and just sent it to all the teachers,
from
all
his
the
own email
members. Yeah, from his student email.
Shit.
I don't know what he was thinking, because immediately the next day, like in the first lesson, he was pulled out of his class and was just like, "Are you safe at home? Do you need to talk to someone?" And I don't know what the fuck he was thinking was going to happen. He was like, "Oh yes, that was really funny." It was like an inside joke in the school at the time.
Right.
It's not like an inside joke. It was something everyone was saying in our school, but obviously the teachers didn't know that. And he just sent it out to everyone, just "My dad beats me" and nothing else.
Fuck. I
I have
remember.
no funny stories.
You have funny stories?
I have none. No funny related.
Well, how about this? You went to school which was alternative school? Anything?
Right.
Maybe anything cool that happened there?
Alternative school was
One went
really.
to special class.
It was because I got expelled for. I could tell that story.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, tell that. That sounds interesting.
So when I was in 7th grade, which I was like 12, I had a friend, and this friend was like, he was like, "Hey, if you give me these ibuprofen," which I had on me, and he said he'll sell them to people, or like I didn't really know the details, but he'll sell them, right? And then he'll give me some money, right? He was kind of a hooligan sort of fellow, but we're like 12 years old, so I'm like, all right, whatever. So I give him the ibuprofen, right, and I help him like put it into little bags, and then the next day I'm like, I'm leaving school, and then I see there's like this old bitch, and she she had like bangs, and her hands were the driest hands I've ever seen, and like they were bleeding at the knuckles because they were so dry. And she brought me down, and she brought me down to the, whatever, the principal's office, and she starts like searching through my bag, and
You don't even know what's going on at this point.
no, but yeah, and then she finds the ibuprofen. She's like, "What's going on? What, you got to start talking to me, buddy." And I was like, "What are you? What?"
It's just painkillers.
I was
Like, what?
smart. I was like, "Yeah, what?" And then she finds the ibuprofen. And she's like, "Okay, you got to start talking." I was like, "Oh yeah," I give him some ibuprofen, and then from there they called the police because I think he tried to sell them as something that weren't ibuprofen. He was trying to sell them as like Xanax or something.
Oh my god.
But I was like, you can read the code on the pill and see it's, and they did that and it wasn't. So initially we are supposed to get 2 weeks suspension, right? But then the school board voted. They decided that they should vote to expel us.
Oh my god.
We didn't sell any. I think someone like tattled on him before he even like sold any. So yeah, the school board's like, we should expel these kids. So, and the police, they told my mom to bring me down to the station.
This is the most fucked part.
Yeah. And so the next day I go to the police station and they say I'm being charged with intent to distribute or something.
And you're 12.
Distribute
I'm
painkillers.
12. And
And you gave your
it's
friend ibuprofen.
over the counter ibuprofen.
Yeah.
And they did a mock arrest of me. They basically they pretended they arrested me. They took me through the process, but they didn't actually do it. I'm assuming since I never got charged in the end. But they were like, they told us to expect a court date in the mail within the next month.
Fuck's sake.
So we went and lawyered up. We got a lawyer, and it turns out they never they weren't charging me. So
They were bullshit.
yeah, they lied, and then so we didn't need a lawyer for that.
Did
But,
you spend money on the
lawyers-
lawyer?
Yeah, we had to spend like big money on a lawyer.
Right.
And then the school board voted to expel me. But since I did my 2 weeks of suspension, and then there was like an in-between time between when I'm supposed to speak to the school board before they make their decision and like the end of my suspension. So instead of like just letting me stay home or whatever, they had me do in-school suspension for an additional week or two. So I had to sit in a room in silence with my friend who I was getting expelled with. And
Was
I
he
had
the
to
one
sit
you
in a
sold
room-
ibuprofen to?
Yeah, yeah. And I had to sit in that room, a silent room, for 9 hours a day, or like whatever, 8 hours a day, and you cannot talk. And we had to sit there for weeks, and that was probably the worst thing. And we were eating lunch, and we had to eat lunch in the assistant principal's office. And I would give his name if I didn't live in this area anymore.
Right.
But he.
You can do that at a later date, I guess.
Yeah, we'll do a retrospective. We'll circle back. But he, so we were eating and it was complete silence, and me and my friend made like eye contact because it's weird eating in complete silence with this like grown man watching us, and we laughed, and he's like, "All right, that's it. We're gonna have to split you guys up." So we couldn't eat lunch together anymore because we laughed, and then so I had to like eat lunch on a bench or something, and then okay, so then I had to go to the school board. We tried to bring my lawyer there, but they said, you can't bring your lawyer. Otherwise, we're going to have to bring our lawyers and reschedule this whole thing. And it was like, all right, whatever, fuck you. So the lawyer just went, we didn't bring in the lawyer. So we wasted a ton of money on a lawyer. And I had to like read an apology statement to the school board. And the school board was, I get up there. It's a group of 6 50-year-old white women. Like, and they're all like fat, and they're all just like sitting there. And there was one Mexican dude who was like, "I support you," because he's Mexican.
Really?
Yeah, he started passing out tacos and stuff. And like,
but fucking mariachi band uniform.
Yeah, but I had to read this thing, and then Yeah, I left, and then they they voted to. Technically, it was an expulsion, but they voted to send us to an alternative school, which is basically expulsion. They're sending me to a different school. I can't go to the school,
Yeah.
But it worked out because the alternative school was freaking baller, dude. It was actually really cool. So I have actually no bad things to say about the alternative school.
That is really, really cool. It sucks that you have to go back to regular school, but I'm glad that you went to
I
alternative.
still talk to those teachers from the alternative school because they're so baller, dude.
That is cool. When was the last time you spoke to a alternative teacher?
Probably like January or December or something.
That's wholesome. That's a
It was
good
really
story.
wholesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it worked out. But those fucking whores. I'm pretty sure. So after I left that school, like the same year I got expelled, some kid at that school, like a 7th grader,
Oh yeah.
he brought a gun to school and shot himself in the bathroom.
Fuck's
Oh my-
sake.
What the fuck is wrong with your country?
Yeah, it's not good school. And then the whole school board got like dissolved or something. Oh, I think my grandpa's doing.
Oh
But,
shit. Well, hey,
um,
I've got a question. If you could go back in time, say you could go to an alternate timeline where you are inside, not sex, but brain inside body of your previous self, where you're up and saying the thing to the school board. What would you say now? You have no consequences. What would you say to them?
Well, with this,
You don't have to. You can also say, you can also do anything.
I'm worried that this would alter what did happen, because
No, because you're going to an alternate timeline where it's separate from what's happening right now to you.
Yeah, no consequence.
so I just get to pop in and then ruin
Yeah.
it for like some alternate dimension of myself.
Yeah.
I would pull down my pants and go see them bitches. I would just take a shit like on the floor. I would just shit right
That's
there.
exactly what I was thinking as well. Oh my god, we're so in sync.
You know,
And then
it's like
I'd go,
full circle.
oh dude, I go monkey mode and chuck it at them. And like,
Yes. I mean, that's pretty much all you could
I love
hope
that.
for.
Well,
But
for any kids watching, that's the lesson. The moral of this story is sell drugs at school because you might get expelled and go to a better one.
Yeah. That's good advice.
Right.
That is actually genuinely good advice.
Yeah, dude, fuck school.
I'm guessing if you sold harder drugs, you'd get sent to a better school.
Yeah.
Right.
So you bring meth to school and distribute it.
And
In fact,
do
don't
it. Do
even
it
charge
first.
them
Do it
for
Dude,
first.
heroin.
Do it, and then start giving it out. Don't even charge them for it. Just
When
give it
you're
to
a
everyone.
teacher, you should bring like heroin to wherever Norwegia, and like give them heroin.
Do you say Norwegian?
Ah,
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
Norwegian.
Oh!
He speaks Norwegian. Think
Oh,
about it.
shit. Ethos Labs uploaded. Do you guys watch Ethos Labs?
Isn't he
I
a
don't-
Minecraft YouTuber?
He's a Minecraft
Yeah, I don't-
YouTuber.
I don't really watch Minecraft YouTubers.
Yeah, me neither. I'm not really big.
I'll
on
occasionally
Minecraft.
watch an update video, like what they added, but that's about it.
Hey, guys. So
I
today
can't
they
play
added-
Minecraft anymore.
I play it
Why?
sometimes. Hey.
I can't migrate my Mojang account onto the new Xbox thing, or like Microsoft boarded or something. So you need a Microsoft account.
Oh, yeah.
I don't have the email that I made the account on, so I can't migrate it over. So
That's
I
okay.
can't play it anymore. I know, fuck Microsoft, man. They're like the worst company in the world. Genuinely, if I could get rid of any company in the
That's
world,
true.
it would be Microsoft.
You know, if you fucked Microsoft, they'd probably become micro hard.
Dude,
Microsoft gets
I'm
fucked.
micro-sized.
Oh,
Micro-sized.
I mean, yeah.
we're making bigger penises for bigger
me.
for smaller
Stop
assholes.
making me laugh. I really got a shit.
Oh shit. Okay, I'll get to the questions. So there's 2 questions. Neither of them are questions. Relax Connor says this is serious. Thoughts?
I already left a response. I'm pretty sure, right?
I think it's been removed.
God damn it.
Yeah,
Everything
YouTube
got
sucks.
removed.
What did you say in response to that?
I don't remember. I think it was just a bunch of gibberish. Relax Hunter's coming on the cast, right? I
He
miss
is.
that man.
He is. I don't know. I think maybe we should save it for when we go to America, so then I can have them lined up for then. Fuck. you.
Right, but he is coming on the cast. That's all I asked.
So, her thoughts. This is it. I promise
this
this is
is
it.
the
Last comment, James, and then you can go shit. I I have an.
Oh, it's brewing. It's brewing and it's stewing. You know what I mean?
Hey! Can you take a picture of
Hey!
it and I'll involve it in the thumbnail in some way?
Yeah. I will. I actually will, hands down.
Okay, thank you.
It's gonna be messy as well, so be ready.
Okay. If it's like a soup, then it could be like the background or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what
I have an
about.
excellent bit rate. I bit my pit bull's tail clean off his nose. He was shocked and asked me, as a human, how could I possibly perform such a feat? I replied, "Karma, dude. That's good enough. Now that I can just pretend that I'm watching this instead of taking my 30-minute nap." But so you think it's there's a lot going on there. A lot of it's bullshit, but
I'll just play a sound effect.
oh, and let me play a sound effect. So he doesn't actually take a 30-minute nap. Look at. Oh, my mic smells like shit from firing on it.
That was brilliant.
That was good.
So he doesn't actually take 30-minute naps because then he wakes up at 26:46, which is when I told Ron to make a fake Herforce comment, and he said no, he realizes there's a knockoff comment, Ron, so he didn't do a very good job. And then he puts a poo emoji and says, "Whoops, I waste my best material." He accidentally shit out it.
That's a good one.
Anyway, so thank you for her thoughts. Any final thoughts, James?
I have a leg infection that's spreading to my face at an alarming rate.